And welcome back, one and all, to the wonderful place we call the Shed Days. This is the PotCast, episode 6. And we got an interesting topic today. Bigfoot, Yetis, all of the above.
Big feet.
Big feet. We're talking about big feet.
You know what they say about big feet?
We got
Big shoes!
We got self-proclaimed manager beside me. The Enigma, my Enigma. You got the man, the myth, the legend in front of me. The hippie. And then we got the one that keeps us all in check, man.
The warden.
The cool, the quiet, the mist. We have the female. The
Yote.
warden. So,
As a side note, we try getting the weeaboo, but we can never get the weeaboo.
we can never get a hold of Weeboo. And if you don't know who the Weeboo is, you need to go watch our other episodes because I ain't
We should
explaining
call
it.
him a little bit later
I will,
to try.
but and
He's the true originator with Will of the podcast.
and then there's me, the Toker weight, the under Toker. It's me.
The Undertoker.
My legacy. We're
Token on some stuff, or are we? It could be sound effects, you know. Some stuff called Skittles.
El Skidley.
It's really, it's apparently a really nice hybrid of sorts, but mainly an indica dominant.
Indica.
In the wood.
Dick and what?
Dick and what? Okay, so which Bigfoot do you really want to talk about first? Since there's like several of them.
Well, we can always talk about we can start with the traditional idea of Bigfoot.
Traditional.
What
is the traditional?
Traditional. You know, the normal looking ape man that walks through the woods and shit.
We could go into some biblical shit about this, but I'd rather that.
Please don't.
No.
I'll be some very
So,
risque.
do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yo to my goats, man. Hashtag yo to my goats.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I don't know. I've never had an experience with it.
I can't say I've ever had an
I've
experience.
never
Oh.
had an experience.
I did have an experience with the skunk ape.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell this story, please.
Tell the story, please.
All right. So me and my family, we were camping, by this river at this campground, and we would always take the golf cart through the wilderness for one last round. Because we had this modified golf cart.
What?
Right here.
Jesus Christ. It's your turn to hit it.
No. that's
But
not.
the golf cart.
But yeah, we were on the golf cart, and this was before we had it completely modified. It had the mud tires and everything to get through this really soft sand that was throughout the campgrounds. So we're driving around at night. We're packed 2 in the front, and then me and my sister and my mom's best friend sitting in the back. And she's holding on to the both of us in the middle so we don't fall off. And we're driving around, and we're almost back to the campgrounds because we're still in the wilderness right now, and it's like pitch black. Wilderness is about to close technically, and this is before we replaced the motor in the golf cart, and it would overheat quite often. So every now and again it'd just slow down and we'd have to stop and wait for it to cool down, which took about 10-20 minutes.
Wicked.
And
It was too lit.
we stopped by what they called the ruins, which was like this big coliseum thing for down there. It used to hold farm markets and fairs and all that. But at this point it's just the seats, like where the seats were, the concrete where the seats were. So it's these big pillar looking things, and right across from it is this trail that says historical landmark in 100 feet. And it's this tiny little trail you can barely fit an ATV down. And that's a good 50 to 150
It was like at midnight.
anywhere between there. It wasn't at midnight. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And our golf cart, we're just about back to the campgrounds, and it starts slowing down. We overheated it in the sugar sand. So we're sitting there, lights are dim, and there's this little opening about 100 feet away. We're looking at that historical landmark sign. But it was really hard to see from that distance. And then the lights on the golf cart, we had to turn them off so it could still cool off. I'm looking, looks like this shadow passes over it. I'm like, what is that? And then there's something standing there. Standing there looking back at us. This was in Florida where skunk ape roams.
I've had experiences in the woods where I've had eyes staring back at me, and they weren't like normal eyes either. It was like something weird, and it freaked the fuck out of me.
I don't go to the woods that often, so I never had an experience like that.
You don't go camping?
I go camping, but I never really went venturing out in the woods or anything like that.
I enjoy it.
My campgrounds I went to, they were like very popular, and you had like all the other campsites full. But we'd always go on like Memorial Day or Labor Day. We just went to fucking party.
What about you, Will?
When my family, well, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm true. Go ahead.
But when my family would go camping like that, we would be camping for a week, 2 weeks at the maximum. So we were there to be there, live out in the woods. Technically, no, we had a camper.
Last thing Corey posted something on his Facebook page was October.
Yeah, the last time I messaged him was in January.
Hope he's not.
He's not.
He's just MIA.
MIT,
Fucking
missing and
Toby.
toking.
Fucking Tory.
What?
You know, that one guy that were the weeaboo.
Oh.
You know, Tory.
What is this?
An ad.
But what do you think the Bigfoot, the Rougarou, the Swamp Ape, are they all like different Bigfoots, or are they one Bigfoot?
They're all different.
Of course they're all
Do you think there's
different.
multiple Bigfoots?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's no reason a breed of creature could be alive in fucking woods that we
Just
can't
think
discover.
about it. The skunk ape. Hairy. Human. Smells really bad. Bigfoot. Human-like. Primate.
Where's Bigfoot like
Very tall, very smelly.
Because we have Skunk Ape down here.
Mm.
Skunkfoot's probably like Tennessee, Kentucky. Yeah.
Rougarou is Louisiana.
And then the Yeti's like China or something.
No, Yeti
It's like
is like Canada, Montana area. Like up the
well, if you're
Rocky
talking, it's
Mountains.
like he roams Mount Everest.
Well, the
Yeah,
Yeti.
well, no, the Yeti.
Yeti's different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking of the abominable snowman.
The Yeti's different
Same
from
thing.
well, but he's still kind of like a Bigfoot though, but he just lives in snow.
But if you think about it, all of those like mythical like those urban legend creatures, like for locals, like skunk ape, abominable snowman, they're all human, primate, ape looking.
What do you think they are? Do you think they're
I
primitive?
think they're all
primitive
one
human?
species, but they're just very adaptive.
Okay,
They
so-
adapt
well, let me
very
ask
well.
this. Do you think they're the so-called missing link?
What do you mean?
They could be.
Well,
But there's
you
just
ever
so
seen the
few and
picture
far
of the
between.
monkey, the bigger monkey, the gorilla, and then the human? Well, there's
What?
supposed to be one in between the human and another,
Mhm.
but they have no idea what it is.
So you think he's there?
No, I don't.
No,
I mean, but that's a very damn good theory.
But
I don't think so.
but think. Would you think that the Bigfoot would be a humanoid of sorts? He would have to have human features. If he's that human.
But all of them have human features. They're they're primal. Like
we're
primate.
primates.
But
We're,
do you think-
technically-
are they like
it's a type of sapien.
Are they just
No,
primitive?
it's under the we're Homo sapiens.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
the only one that has sapien.
No.
there was probably like some like homo something.
Like
Homologia.
I wonder why the Bigfoot has big feet.
Some Latin shit.
Why do you think Bigfoot has big feet?
That's the fucking name.
To run fast.
Why? But why?
Get
Why
more
would you
traction.
need that adaptation though?
To keep away from us.
Maybe they can run faster.
Maybe they can
We will be
climb.
the death of this
Well,
planet.
because if you think about it, Bigfoot,
And they know it.
the abominable snowman, all those are always told to be like primates that are like 8 to 9 feet tall.
Dude.
That's fucking big.
That is a tall fucking
What
dude.
if they're an alien species and we're a science experiment gone wrong? That's why they hide.
Whoa.
That's
Conspiracy.
They're so far in between.
But
Are
still,
they? We can't find one. Nobody has killed a real Bigfoot.
Maybe they're
We've
maybe
seen
they're in a second
photos.
dimension that we could catch glimpses of.
That is an interesting theory because there are possibilities of dimensions colliding.
Yeah.
The likelihood of it is fucking near impossible.
What do you guys think of Bigfoot?
But it's
Bigfoot?
still
That's
could
even if you
happen.
believe in multi-dimension.
Yeah.
Like, is a mirror a world or a different dimension?
I
Hey,
find,
Don't
Enigma.
start with this shit.
I find it intriguing if you put a mirror in front of a mirror, it's just never ending.
Yeah, it goes
Hmm?
black. It's weird. It's freaky. It
It
freaks
goes,
me
it
out.
goes into darkness.
Yeah, it's really weird. But anyways, Bigfoot.
Whoa, that's. I gotta try that in the mirror department next time I'm going to work.
Oh, it'll screw with you. It
will.
Really.
Don't hold it by that. Thank you.
But
The fuck,
Look.
bro?
But just imagine me. I'm on lunch or something. I'm just kind of like they're like, whoa, dude. It's
but
just
what do
dark.
you think a Bigfoot could be? Do you think it was a government experiment?
No.
No. I don't know.
Alright, I'll throw an interesting idea at you. Roswell. What if a Bigfoot was driving that machine? We didn't get it. It escaped.
But you gotta think
Bro.
about that. But
What is
no,
that?
hang
How
on,
did-
that doesn't work.
But how did they get? Oh,
No,
wait,
hang
how
on,
did
hang
Bigfoot
on.
get here?
Roswell, New Mexico UFO crash?
No,
It was
hang on, hang on.
1946. It was believed
That
he
doesn't work.
captured 2 grays afterwards.
No, that doesn't work. Hear me out. You say that there was Bigfoot in the Roswell crash. The Roswell crash happened in like 1947.
There's been
1948.
Bigfoot sightings since 1900s.
Since the 1800s.
Maybe it was
Early
But
1800s.
go further than this. There's been UFO sightings since the days of of biblical.
He has
That's-
a point.
But that's true. But that would mean that multiple ships would have had to have crashed.
Who says they didn't land?
Maybe one was a teen driver.
Shut the fuck up, Jimmy.
No, but seriously, who says they weren't? Who says they crashed?
Maybe they landed. They just really tired of one landing.
Imagine how the pyramids are built. Do-do-do-do.
Let me ask you this: do you
Brick
think there
by
could be aliens among us, living with us?
Oh, probably.
Man, our topics always go off topic. But anyways, aliens.
Quit up with your little comments. But
I mean, if there really are aliens among us, who says they aren't not some of the highest powers?
right?
An alien, it worked.
Whoa. What if?
Thanks, man.
I wonder if we've ever actually I wonder if people actually. I wonder what kind of language a Bigfoot would speak. Would it speak the language that it's native to, or would it speak its own language? Like the area where it's native to, would it speak that language, or a different language all of its own?
I don't think it'd speak any. I mean, I'm sure it has communication tools.
No, I say it's grunts, like with apes and stuff like that.
Does it have a dong?
Of course. How'd they reproduce?
I don't know. I've never heard of anybody reporting a Bigfoot with a dong.
Or a baby
Good
one.
question. A baby foot.
Or a bit. That's true.
No baby feet.
No baby feet?
So to make sense, the
No
problem.
dong Bigfoots?
No DankFoot?
So what no dongfoot? What the fuck, man? I think we just figured out these are all hoaxes, man.
These are all just aliens, you know.
It is debunked, confirmed,
Debunked.
court cleared.
Bigfoot, not a thing.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know, man.
Well, let's take a break from that and get some get a word in from our sponsors. This podcast is brought to you in part by Banana Boat SPF 50 Sport Performance Sunscreen. Because from when you're ever in Florida fighting this skunk ape, you just need to protect your skin, keep from getting the burnies. Banana Boat.
Bernie Sanders.
What?
So,
What?
Well,
What?
thank you there
Hey, Dad.
for that.
Hey,
Hey,
Dad.
Dad.
Call me Quad H, dude.
so what about Loch Ness?
Mm,
A sea dragon?
Nessie.
I believe there.
I would get it.
Here's my thing.
I believe there was
So-
a real thing that
supposedly-
they went extinct a long time ago, and there's just like
Here's my thing.
fake.
Look at the description of Nessie, and then look at those fucking dinosaurs and those.
the freaking Plesius, not the Plesius.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, big
Starts
floppy
with,
one.
starts with a P.
Yeah.
Looks exactly alike. What says that when this asteroid or whatever it was that killed the dinosaurs hit, that these things weren't underwater and they were fine when it hit?
Maybe they're in the deep, dark water, you know, like...
Well, do you know how deep Loch Ness is? Fucking deep.
Maybe they actually were in the ocean at one point in time and just kind of swim over. But, you know... But... Do you think that could happen? That they were in the like deepest part of the ocean because they are big animals. So they could have swam pretty deep and probably avoided that asteroid.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
His mom. She wanted to come.
You're
hang.
connected to the Bluetooth, man.
But do you think dinosaurs are still around?
No.
No, hell no.
Where would they
Well,
find
technically, dinosaurs are still around. Look at alligators and crocodiles.
Yeah. But,
They've been around since.
yeah, and so have birds. They're not dinosaurs.
Yeah, they
You
are.
say dinosaurs.
Do you think we'll ever
In
have a
technical
Jurassic
terms,
Park?
they are.
Do you think we'll ever have a Jurassic Park, like a real life Jurassic Park?
Hell no.
No.
No, after
Bad
those
idea.
movies came out,
No.
fuck that. Nobody would go for that. We won't be alive for that technology to come around yet. If they come up with that technology before the day I die,
I'd be impressed.
I'd be very impressed.
But my ass ain't going.
I'm saying. Oh.
Well, you gotta imagine it from people who were born like just like right on 1900,
Yeah.
when they first like just got into flight. Imagine that in 66 years they'd be on the fucking moon. But you gotta think of that. That's a huge leap.
Yeah.
Going 300 feet on a little hill in Kitty Hawk
To go
to going
thousands or hundreds of
Like
thousands.
thousands.
To
of
another
miles.
fucking rock.
floating
I
in
don't know about
space.
world. So you
I
never
mean,
know.
that's insane, and and
But do you believe they really did it?
I believe so. Yes.
I will believe so.
Do you believe they really landed on the moon?
Yes, my grandfather helped work on all those things.
Oh wow. What about you, Sarah? You believe it?
Huh?
You believe that we really landed on the moon?
Totally.
I do too.
It's made of cheese.
I do.
You're
believe-
fucking insane.
Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
I do believe that we were followed to the moon.
Oh yeah.
Because even Neil.
Yeah.
The whole time Neil
Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin have both come out and said
There was some.
that while they were on the moon, they were being watched, and they knew they were being watched by something out there.
Supposedly, when we got there, there was more than just the moon. That there was a base and all kinds of other shit. And we were told.
That I don't believe.
I don't
believe
be- I
there's
don't-
just a species that lives on
I don't
the
believe
rock.
there was a base or anything, but I do believe we weren't. I believe we were told not to come back. Why haven't we been back?
Bro.
maybe it costs way too much fucking money.
That's for one thing. But who in the right mind's gonna go, no, we shouldn't send anybody back to the moon? Why not?
I mean,
That's a huge fucking PR stunt right there.
I get that, but
Sir.
you gotta.
1 second.
You also gotta look at it from that point where you gotta think about how much research, how much science, how much analytics had to go into it.
Mhm.
That's millions of dollars in
But
research.
I'm still
That went
curious
into that
what Will
program.
said. Why aren't we? Why haven't we gotten back?
What's the reason to?
They say money. I
But-
say bullshit.
What's the reason to?
It's the government. They can get
Why
money
would you
all
want
they
to
want.
go back to the moon when you can send unmanned things up there?
Because
that
you can
collect
do
data?
more with a man.
Than you can do with the machine.
I don't
I got
care
it from
how
this part.
powerful that machine is. There's nothing going to compare to what a man, a human with a soul on another fucking planet or a moon can tell you than what a bunch of pictures are.
Pictures can be fooled.
A robot taking a picture is not a man or a woman.
I get that. But if you're taking data from that and bringing it back on ships and the ships are coming back.
I would think there'd be something on the moon that doesn't want us there. It's kind of like a.
Oh, I believe that.
I just think we were told not to come back.
Yes.
How would they? Oh,
And also, here's another thing that is kind of freaky. I think the Russians lost the cosmonaut.
Oh yeah, to those people.
I don't know about that.
Well, no, they never sent.
There was a leaked black box, and it's in space supposedly, and it's a woman in Russian screaming really loud, going, "It's getting hot! It's getting hot! The flames are getting higher." And then it cuts. Dude, what the fuck, man?
what was getting hot?
Hmm.
That's a real question.
The fucking spaceship, the shuttle ship.
What was that?
Zip zap baby bop.
Man, conspiracies are the best.
I'm a big fan of them.
I love conspiracy.
How do you think the pilots in Bermuda Triangle actually disappeared? Do you think?
patterns and
This is getting
currents?
spoopy.
Do you think they crashed?
Yes, I know. I think they crashed.
Pardon me.
I pretty much they. Well, I mean, we know they crashed.
I say it would. I think the plane
But
would malfunction.
If it's in the Bermuda Triangle, I believe it's just either a magnetic imbalance because there's spots like that on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, it has a molten iron core.
or hear me out, or it's just a mix of the weather patterns and currents there. Because it is weird underwater geography there that's causing some weird current there to cause ships to go missing and to.
I have a weird question
And
for you
there's
guys.
weird weather patterns there that cause planes to go missing.
I got a weird question for you guys. Because do you think it's ever possible to drill to the center of the Earth's core?
No,
We
it's
have
too far.
We have drilled pretty
It's too
far.
hot.
We have drilled pretty far.
We don't have anything that can withstand that temperature.
It'd melt.
Because it's pretty much in the middle of our planet is molten metal. It's mostly molten metal.
So you believe the planet is not hollow?
Hell no.
That's a ridiculous idea, man.
And the reason why it's that hot is because of just the
Compression.
sheer mass and yes.
Do you ever think?
The
Do you
compression.
ever think we'll actually dig through the Earth's crust?
Should we
Have we ever been? Have do you think it's possible that we could?
go all the way through the crust?
Just
How
through
do
the
we know
crust.
it's all molten? Have we been down there?
Yeah,
Or is it all a theory?
bro. She's got a
Um,
point.
I believe it's actually proven by
Look up how far we have dug. Like how
Said it.
Wait,
How
we
far-
should save this for another episode. Call it the Earth episode.
Oh, you know it's
So,
an
well,
Earth
that'll be next episode because I think we're at the 30-minute mark right now.
25 actually.
25.
We got 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes. All right, quick wrap. Favorite Scooby-Doo villain?
Favorite Scooby-Doo villain? Mine are 49er.
Oh, that's a great episode.
Oh, it's such a good episode.
Wait, Snowman.
Are we,
That was a cool episode.
are we talking about from like the 50s to now?
Any era.
Can it be the movies?
Yes.
Oh my god, the first
Any era,
movie.
mine's the old one.
Yep.
Old.
Mine is going to be the old show from, I think, the 70s, and it was the pirate with the red beard and shit.
That was such a good episode.
Yeah.
I like the what's the animated one? The witch one?
I don't know.
They went.
What about you, Sarah? Favorite Scooby-Doo villain?
I don't know.
Favorite Scooby-Doo person?
Shaggy.
Totes.
Shaggy and Scooby.
I've been
I want to
called
know why
Shaggy.
Scooby talks.
We're fucking high all the time.
Yeah.
Why do
Did
you
you-
think they always got the munchies?
Did you know Shaggy's vegetarian?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, he is.
And he's really rich.
They really they made that very prominent in the very first season of the 50s. Shaggy. Because at times there was like these old cutaways where it would be like kind of like, you know how Big Brother is? They would sit down one person, they'd be talking to him about the situation around him at the time.
Yeah.
They talk Shaggy like that, and he's like, I'm a vegetarian, man.
Mm-hmm.
Scoob's always eating the meats. So he's a vegetarian. It's neat.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because if you ever think about it, all of his sandwiches were all lettuce, tomato.
And if there's any meat on it, Scooby eats it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! I just realized that. I just noticed that.
Sarah,
Whoa! Mine just blown.
right? What time we got?
27. So we got a few more minutes.
A few more minutes.
All right, let's.
What about another cartoon? Like
Favorite cartoon?
Favorite cartoon.
One of my favorite cartoons growing up was Billy and Mandy.
SpongeBob.
And the first time I took shrooms,
Yeah, SpongeBob is for me.
the first time I took shrooms, I tripped out for about how long? I started at about 9. Sarah, what time did you come over when I was doing that?
Like 8:30.
It was like 9.
Okay, so yeah,
It was 8:30, 9 o'clock.
so I started taking these shrooms at about 9:30, and I was tripping all the way up till about 3 in the morning, and the whole time between that, I watched Billy and Mandy.
Mhm.
I watched the whole first 2 seasons of Billy and Mandy.
Oh my god.
It was fantastic.
What's your fave? Pam?
Ooh, it's
What's my
either that
fave?
or Avatar: The Last Airbender. I
For
fucking
me,
love that.
It was
Ren and Stimpy.
SpongeBob or Ed, Edd and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie was great.
I fucking loved Ed, Edd and Eddie.
There was Ren.
Because they purposely put like imperfections like in the animation,
I
which was
like
awesome.
Chowder.
I hated that show.
It
Fuck
was
off.
a weird. It was a weird.
I liked
show.
Ren and Stimpy. Do you guys?
Hey, these will all be topics for the next episode. These are just
Have you
little tastes.
seen the show Class of 3000?
No,
Oh.
It was on years ago for like a season.
no.
It was a really.
Hey, how about that Zoe 101 though?
What was the one?
Oh my
Mr.
God,
Meaty.
That's not a cartoon.
Oh my god,
know.
I hated that show.
That was horrible.
It was
Oh,
great.
don't even talk about that show.
What?
Mr. Meaty.
I swear. They in
Courage
one of
of
their
Power Dogs
episodes
scared
there
the
was a
hell out of me.
topic
What
of
was I gonna look
cannibalism
up
or
again
something.
on-
How deep have we
Okay.
digged? But we're gonna.
How
How we
good.
digged.
Digged.
Well, but
Oh,
we're gonna. But we're gonna.
You should have seen the face I just gave Jimmy then. I mean, the Enigma.
But this
Jimmy,
is-
you're just editing video. Fuck off.
First names are fine.
First name's a fine, you fucker.
In case you don't know, my name is Will. The Enigma's Jimmy. The hippie's James. And the warden is Sarah. Oh my god.
What happened, Dave?
What? It's
What?
crazy.
We're gonna talk about that next episode about Earth conspiracies.
Yes.
Ka-chicken.
We should talk about ourselves.
All right. Let's get this. I think it's time for the outro.
It is at 29 minutes, fam.
Oh boy!
So we're doing something with shorter podcasts so we can
Yeah.
have more fuller episodes so you guys don't have to be sitting there for an hour.
A little bit of a quicker read.
Anyways, guys,
Yeah,
let
dingus.
these two handle it.
Yeah, dingus.
Maybe that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed.
As the marijuana burns, we can take our turn singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the bong like Cheech and Chong and sell tapes from here to Hong Kong. So roll, roll.
It's time to say goodbye.
Yes.
You look like God. With the Levi's.
Oh.
I've been the Undertoker,
I'm the Enigma.
I've been the hippie.
It's the Warden.
and we thank you all for listening to us. We've had a lot to say, and I hope you guys do too. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Toker waits off the air.
Sleep tight.